All right, so grade 10, we're struggling a little bit with how to make the curve graph, the displacement versus time graph using the software called Graph. And we have to use software called Graph because it allows us to add tangents to a curve. And it's actually not that tricky, so don't worry too much. I'm going to show you how to go through the steps, and then it'll probably take you about 10 minutes to get your the sum of your 5 tangents once you know how to do it. So don't worry too much about it. So here is the raw data we have to work with. So we have our time column and we have our displacement data for the 4 different masses. You're all only doing one of the 4 masses, so we should do the right one. And then you need to open the graph software. So if I go to my apps, I can see my graph software. I'm going to open it up. Here we go. It has a pleasantly retro vibe to it, but this is the only free software we can find that allows us. It's actually pretty good once you kind of get familiar with how to do it. So I have my blank Cartesian plane, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Function, Insert Point Series. Now once I'm here, I have a series of points. I'm going to put my x and y values. So my x values are always going to be time because x is always the time is always on the x-axis. And then my y value is going to be the displacement for whatever mass I'm doing. I'm going to do the 3.94.81 because it's what I can see right here. And there is a way to copy and paste it. I know Jody figured it out with her class. Unfortunately, I cannot get it to work on my computer. So I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. And you can just bear with me and watch it. Or you can fast forward to the part where I'm no longer typing in data points. But unfortunately, to show it to you properly, I do have to put all the data in. So we're just going to keep going. Oops, not 1, 0.1. I know there's a way to right-click and paste. I think that's what Joy did for my touchpad on my Mac. It's not a regular right-click. So don't don't enter it all by hand if you don't have to. Try some different right-click, copy-paste options first. And remember, only one partner has to actually do this, right? So you both need to know how to do it, but one partner actually has to do it. So if one partner has a computer that you can actually download onto, and one partner has a Chromebook, then the one with the computer does it, and maybe the other one can read the numbers to them to make it quicker to enter them all in. Okay, it feels like so much longer when I'm on video trying to do it. Notice I'm not putting anything except the numbers. There's no equal signs, there's no commas. I'm using decimals instead of commas. I know if your computer is French, it might want you to put commas. Don't listen to it. Put decimals. Sorry, I wish I had a lab partner. My dog can't help me, unfortunately, guys. She doesn't have the capacity to read numbers out loud. This really is the longest part if you have to do it by hand. Okay, here's my times all done. So no matter what mass you have, you're going to be working with those same time values, okay guys? So remember that. Okay, 80, choose 89, 96, 103.5. I'll stop reading the numbers out loud. Jody, if you know how to, can tell people how to click, how to copy and paste. I tried what you did on my computer, it wouldn't work, but it might work on someone else's and save them this time. So please comment, anyone who can figure out how to copy paste the data into this table instead of doing it by hand. Because while it's not a long time, it definitely feels like a long time. Okay, so then I'm going to look at it, see how I'm doing Cartesian plane. My points are red dots, size 5, none of this particularly matters, and I'm going to just hit OK. So there's my graph. And I can zoom in and zoom out. So if I zoom out, it's really hard to see the curve, right? So what I can do is I can click here. Now I want to go view, zoom, fit all. Hey, look, it's a curve. And notice how small my increments are on the time axis, which makes sense because my increments are very small on the time axis. So the zoom to fit all is the best function to do that. Then I'm going to go function insert trend line. And the best trend line for this is not linear, it's not a linear graph, it's polynomial. It gives you the flexibility to have kind of a curved line. And I'm going to hit OK. So now I have a line and I have a function for this. You don't have to understand that curve, that's fine. What I really want here is I want to have the tangent. It's the whole point of this, using this software. So I'm going to go function insert tangent slash normal. And what I have to do is pick the x value I want the tangent on. So I'm going to pick an x value from my column over here. So I'm going to pick the first one of 0.2. And then I just hit OK. There's my tangent. So then I can look at my graph here. It's touching my 0.2s right here. So there it's going to be touching. You can't even see where it touches because I could zoom in if I wanted to. And I can see how it kind of disappears almost, because it's right on top of the line at 0.2. And then the whole point is to find the slope of the tangent, right? That's the task. Now if I look on here, look at that. Here is the formula for the curve, and here's the formula for the tangent. Y equals 173.4981x minus 12.8781. Hopefully you're recognizing that from your math skills as y equals mx plus b. And in y equals mx plus b, the m is what? M is the slope. So my first tangent point, my time I chose was at 0.2, a really early one, and my slope was 173.4981. I wrote that down just on a sticky note. You can write it down to a table or in your notebook. And then I need to find a total of 5 tangents to have 5 different velocities to then make my velocity time graph, which would be a linear graph, and I can do in any software. I can do it in Excel, Google Sheets, anything. I can do it again in graph, just to practice using graph, that's fine too. So to get another tangent, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, double click on it, reselect it, and I'm going to just change the x value I want. So let's say this time I want to go further along, I'm going to go at 0.4. Hit OK, new tangent, new equation. So this one, my time was at 0.4 seconds, and my slope, look at the equation, y equals mx plus b, my slope is 305.2799. And then I can do again, I just double click on here, change my x value to, let's do 0.6. Okay, new equation, and again, notice how it's getting bigger and bigger slopes. The velocity is increasing, which makes sense because this is an acceleration graph, which velocity is changing. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful for you. You can only do one tangent at a time, but it's not that bad once you kind of get the steps, and hopefully you'll be able to get this sorted for your homework, and we can work on analyzing data, interpreting it as a class. Remember, there's 4 groups doing the same graph, so if you make a mistake, it's okay. We're going to double check each other. But this skill, working with tangents, is an important one for physics. All right, hope it was helpful. Leave comments if you have any further tips for anybody else, especially the copy-paste part, and good luck.